in the flickering candlelight of a Bavarian tavern on May 1, 1776. A law professor named Adam Weishaupt founded a secret society. He called it the Order of the Illuminati. His goal was radical: to overthrow organized religion and the monarchies of Europe, replacing them with a new world order based on reason. It was a spark that many believe ignited a global, eternal flame of control. The original Illuminati was a multi-layered organization. Members were divided into nursery, masonry, and mysteries. They used aliases from antiquity. Weishaupt was Spartacus, and communicated in elaborate codes. This heavy culture of secrecy was designed to infiltrate the corridors of power, without being detected by the pervasive secret police of the era. By 1785, the Bavarian government discovered the group and banned it. Weishaupt fled, and the order was officially dissolved. But many historians and theorists believe this was a strategic disappearance. They argue the Illuminati didn't die. They simply moved into the shadows of more established groups, specifically the Freemasons, to continue their great work in secret. The first major global event attributed to the order was the French Revolution in 1789. Skeptics point to a heavy amount of coincidence. The slogans of liberty, equality, fraternity mirrored Illuminati manifestos. Some believe the chaos was a laboratory experiment to see if a small, disciplined group could steer the rage of a nation to topple a king. The mystery turned spooky in the United States. Early American leaders like George Washington were aware of the Illuminatist threat. In a 1798 letter, Washington admitted he was satisfied that the doctrines of the Illuminati and principles of Jacobinism had spread to the U.S. This suggested the seat of control had already crossed the Atlantic to the new republic. The most famous calling card of the group is the Great Seal of the United States, found on the back of the dollar bill. The all-seeing eye hovering over an unfinished pyramid is a classic Illuminati symbol. Below it, the Latin phrase Novus Ordo Seclorum translates to New Order of the Ages. To theorists, the money in your pocket is a daily reminder of who is in charge. As the 19th century dawned, the focus shifted to the central banks. The Rothschild family, a banking dynasty of immense wealth, became linked to the Illuminati narrative. The theory suggests that by controlling the flow of capital, the order could fund both sides of any war, ensuring that no matter who won on the battlefield, the unseen masters always profited. The 20th century provided the perfect storm for the Illuminati. World War I, the Great Depression, and World War II are viewed by some as planned catastrophes. The goal: to break the sovereignty of nations and force the world into global institutions. The League of Nations, and later the United Nations, are seen as the infrastructure of the one world government. The CFR Council on Foreign Relations and the Bilderberg Group are often cited as the modern fronts for the Illuminati. These are meetings of the world's most powerful people, presidents, CEOs, and royalty, held behind closed doors with no media coverage. The heavy secrecy of these summits suggests that global policies are decided long before they reach any parliament. The mystery includes technological control. Some believe the Illuminati are the driving force behind mass surveillance and the digital panopticon. By monitoring every email and transaction, the order can identify and neutralize dissenters before they become a threat. The all-seeing eye has transitioned from a stone pyramid to a satellite and a smartphone. Pop culture is another battleground. Theorists point to Illuminati imagery in music videos, Super Bowl halftime shows, and Hollywood films. Triangles, one-eye poses, and occult symbolism are supposedly used as subliminal programming. The goal is to desensitize the masses to the group's presence, making the spooky mystery seem like just another aesthetic trend. The Georgia Guidestones, a granite monument erected in 1980, were seen by many as an Illuminati manifesto. The stones called for a global population of under 500 million and a single world language. The monument was anonymously funded and stood as a heavy reminder of a depopulation agenda until it was mysteriously destroyed by an explosion in 2022. The Bohemian Grove is a 2,700-acre redwood forest in California where the elite meet every July. They perform a ritual called the cremation of care before a 40-foot stone owl. While members claim it's just a social club, outsiders view it as a modern, Illuminati Grove, where the puppet masters unwind and plan the next decade's managed crises. Is the Illuminati a sentient entity or just a network of interests? Many researchers believe it is a vibration of power, a collective of dynasties that share a common goal of order out of chaos. Ordo ab chao. They don't need a central office because their interests are perfectly aligned. The total consolidation of resources and the management of humanity. The spooky reality of the theory is its infallibility. If something goes right, the Illuminati planned it. If something goes wrong, it's a controlled burn to create a new system. It is a mystery that is impossible to debunk because the group's greatest weapon is their supposed invisibility. They are the silence between the headlines of history. Skeptics argue that the world is too chaotic for anyone to control. They point to the incompetence of governments and the unpredictability of the masses. But the theory counters that chaos is the tool. By creating a world that feels heavy and dangerous, the people will eventually beg for the order that only a global, centralized authority can provide. The Illuminati mystery is a story of the hidden hand. It is the idea that the theater of politics is just a distraction, while the real actors work behind the curtain. It is a puzzle of symbolism and sovereignty, a reminder that the world we see on the news might be a managed reality designed to keep us compliant and unaware. Today, the word Illuminati has become a catch-all for any deep state or shadow government theory. It represents the ultimate other, a group so powerful they can rewrite history as it happens. Whether they are a literal group of occultists or a metaphorical class of elites, the feeling of their influence is a heavy presence in the modern mind. The CERN Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland has even been linked to the order. Some believe it is an interdimensional portal or a chronological weapon designed to shift the very fabric of reality. The statue of Shiva the Destroyer outside the facility adds a spooky occult flavor to a site dedicated to the god particle, fueling the Illuminati fire. The Illuminati represents the peak of the pyramid. It is the master mystery, the story that links every other conspiracy together. It is a tale of ancient bloodlines and future tech, a reminder that knowledge is the ultimate currency. The name itself means the enlightened ones, suggesting they see a light that the rest of us are kept in the dark about. The mystery remains unsolved because of its scale. How can you prove a group controls the world when they control the proof? It is a closed loop of logic. The Illuminati is the ghost of history, a presence that is felt in every heavy decision made by a central bank or a global health organization, yet never leaves a physical footprint. As you look at the Great Seal on a dollar bill tonight, think of Adam Weishaupt. Think of the tavern in Bavaria and the Spartacus who wanted to change the world. The mystery is a self-fulfilling prophecy. As long as we believe someone is in control, they effectively are. The Illuminati is the mirror of our fears, reflecting our loss of individual power. The final chapter of the Illuminati is written in the transhumanist future. The theory suggests the order wants to merge man and machine to create a caste of gods and a caste of serfs. This would be the ultimate enlightenment, the end of death for the elite, and the end of free will for the rest. It is the spooky conclusion to a story that began in 1776. The Illuminati mystery is a masterpiece of structural horror. It is a story of towers and temples, a puzzle that proves that information is the only true wall. They are the sovereigns of the secret, a mystery that will remain as long as there are doors that ordinary people are not allowed to open. The eye is always open, it never blinks. The story ends where it began, with a choice. Do you believe the world is a series of random accidents, or a masterpiece of design? The Illuminati is the design theory taken to its ultimate spooky extreme. It is a reminder that in the high desert of global power, the lights you see in the distance might be more than just stars.